All right, hi everybody. Welcome to the stream, maybe, assuming everything's working. I'm just going to jump over. This is a test. Test. Haven't streamed in a while. No really great reason. Just did some upgrades to the PC and changed overlays into Streamlabs. Did all kinds of stuff. And you know, anyway, lots of things changed, I guess. And just never got around to setting up the stream again. So thought I'd give it a shot. My intention right now is to run a race in about an hour here at Watkins, Glen. So here I am just sort of experimenting, making sure everything is set up, works okay. You know, just sort of dial some stuff in. I guess that needs to go more that way, doesn't it? There we go. Just dial some stuff in and get this thing rolling. So I'm going to do some laps. I haven't really done any appreciable laps yet, so I'm sort of testing the car and testing the stream at the same time. Let's see what we got. Got the VRS set up on the Mustang. Joined a couple of new leagues. Another NASCAR league, so I'll be doing Saturday night racing in whatever car we end up doing in the Challenger Series. I'll be doing that. And then joined another NASCAR league. I was invited by a couple of the SNR guys to join the mountain team, Dakota Floyd and Justin Ritchie, to join another league on the next gen cars, basically the 4 years Cup schedule. I'm kind of excited about that. Done a couple of recruitment races with them already. And then I've joined a road racing league. I've been improving a lot lately. Oh, I just realized, hang on, my overlays on screen. Why aren't my overlays on screen? Let's fix that. Again, it's a test stream. I'm only going to do the race later if I feel like I've got everything working okay. So why aren't my overlays up? Let's figure that out real fast. Layouts are on. Scar, please. Well, that's interesting. I guess once you turn the stream on, it messes or it stops my regular one. That's interesting. I didn't expect that. I'm gonna restart Race Labs real fast. Maybe I don't understand how that works. Anyway, bear with me. It's a test stream, like we say. So if I go to Start Layouts, okay, we got that, and we got that. Okay, cool. Where'd they go a minute ago? All right, I'm in the car already. If I start the car again. Interesting. Make sure I lock them. Okay. I don't know why the overlay stopped working, but the overlay stopped working. It's an important part of what we're trying to test here, right? So anyway, I've improved lately. I've gone from about 2,500 iRating to about 3,000 iRating on the roadside, from about 1,800 iRating to 1,800. I'm sorry, to 2,800 on the oval side. I've even gone from, I think, 1,300 up to about 1,800 on dirt road. I've been doing some rallycross lately, and so I've been sort of systematically working my way up, racing a lot more, having a lot more fun. Having a lot more fun with iRacing, just racing a lot more, and I thought, you know, I've gotten so much better lately that I wouldn't mind sharing it with Robert. Just tiptoe into this here. Yeah, I haven't really done any laps. Something feels really wrong. Trying to find us some pace while we're narrating and thinking about whether the stream's working, checking our FPS. The stream's definitely eating up some of my FPS. I'm down to about 100. One of the reason I haven't really been streaming lately is because I did a pretty significant PC upgrade. I went from Intel finally to Ryzen, and you know, that sort of results in fresh install of Windows and all that jazz. And so when I did that, I was more concerned with the quality I was giving myself in game than I was with streaming just because, you know, I'm not a full-time streamer. I've got
Now on your
a
left.
small presence on the YouTubes.
Clear.
I don't do Twitch, so it's just something I do for fun every now and then. Get less sluggish. One thing I'm going to need to change is the location of this iPad. I can't see the chat. I think I'm going to relocate that up higher. Let's just turn some laps here and see if we can get good. As an outlap, that felt terrible, but I'm going to blame the tires. I mentioned I've joined a couple of leagues. One of the leagues I'm joined is broken racing. Learned about it watching Chris Stewart's stream. Thanks, Chris. And I can't say I've had the best start in the league, but you know, everything's a learning process, I guess. First race I did was a Red Bull Ring, and like 60 cars there. You can imagine what happened in the first 2 corners. I got turned around from behind while slowing down for a crash ahead. Fell to the back of the field, fought my way back through, finished in the 30s, I think, out of 60. And I fell to absolute last place, had to tow with wheel damage or something, suspension damage. And then the next week was at Daytona. Got crashed. Lap 1 by some shenanigans, and had to find my way back to the rear. And then last week, I actually qualified 12th out of 56 cars in Road Atlanta. Then I got crashed lap 1 by some guys, and this time didn't get any damage. But I came out basically 3rd from last. I think I was like 53rd or so, and ended up finishing 28th. So, you know, the reason I sought out the road racing league is, well, I've been getting better, running a lot of TCR. I did some global challenge last year, and I've been doing pretty consistently GT3. I've been wanting to really get my iRacing up and my general skill improved on the road side, but through diversity. My highest iRacing ever was around 37 to 3800, and that was when I was very specialized in the County GT, right, the Audi 90 GTO, but I was just running that car all the time, so I didn't have general skill. I had very specific skill. I went general
Left
skill. I
side.
wanted to be able to jump into
Keep
heat
to the right.
and be competitive.
Clear on the left.
So I've been rebuilding with diversity. That's been the idea. Rebuilding with diversity. And it's been working. I'm feeling competitive everywhere. But with GT3, it's so sweaty, it's so competitive, it's so tight and close that you know, it's a real struggle for me to place well. And of course, you've got to be good at GT3 if you're going to do special events pretty much, right? So many special events require GT3 ability. So in comes Broken Wing. Over the last year or so, I've become so much of a better oval racer, and I'm attributing my participation in Saturday night racing consistently every Saturday with that improvement. I think that's where I've learned the skills, and then now when I get myself in an Xfinity car, O'Reilly's car these days, I'm really competitive. I'm a top 5 dude. I'm pretty much in the open race, and I'm attributing that to all the league time that I've had in SNR. So the question I have for myself is, can I do the same thing in GT3 by running a league? I think one thing I'm going to do with the stream is I'm going to bring it down to 720p. Just because with very few cars on track, I've gone from 145 FPS down to around 90 to 120 in most places. And so with a bunch of cars on track, that's going to be a decent hit. Maybe not an unplayable hit, but I don't want to be running around in the 30s. See if we can find some time in this thing. First, though. I can run 4s. Of course, I guess track temp and all that drives a lot. how the stream looks, and if you'd like to see anything different as far as the layout and stuff. I decided not to put standings on the screen this time around. I might change my mind on that. It's just going to involve more race laps work. I'm just trying to keep it simple still. Initially here. Lap 3, so tires should be coming to temporary about now, and just want to see what I'm trying to do. Not bad, not bad. Learned some stuff on both road and oval. On the road side, if there's something that's really started coming home to me lately in a real way, it's the lifting going into corners. It's not diving into corners. Now, I've always understood that the brakes are not there to slow the car down. They're there to set up exit, corner exit, right, if you think about it. But I've had in the past the tendency to just hammer the brakes and hit 100% brakes, and so I'm like focused on, can I keep it under 80% brakes all the way around and never get to 100, right? And so one of my things that I've learned, and I can attribute, I think, Dave Cam for this, for me learning this, is that it's about throttle liftoff going into a corner as much as it is about brake application. I'm not saying I'm super fast yet, but I'm getting faster. Reliable. I'm not burning the tires off. Half a time. So I might have lost that half a time before then. Let's see. 45.2. Let's get the 44s. Fastest on track right now is the last 43.6, which is stupid. Whoa! Nailed it! Yeah! Optimum line. Optimum line. What happened there? I lost the rear a little bit. Lost the rear a little bit coming in. What's up, Cam? Oh, you can't hear me. Significantly louder than voice chat. Can you hear me now with the car not going, Cam? This is it's a test, of course. I do show that the mic is picking up. I just maybe have the game sounds too loud. Yeah, right microphone. I'm getting the thingamabobs, but I will turn down iRacing. So I'm going to go out and do a little bit more here, Cam. Let me know. Oh, you didn't distract me. I noticed the chat after I whacked the wall. This is practice and stream testing all at one time here, so I appreciate you helping me figure it out. Is this better? Oh, when I'm not in the car. Let me know now that I'm driving whether it's better. Por favor. Un papa. S'il vous plaît. Please. Try to equalize between voice and chat. Man, I gotta change where this tablet is sitting. It is better though? Okay. Maybe I just gotta be all TV commentator and sound all excited all the time. That way you can always hear me no matter what. And I go, oh!
You got a toy car on the right. Car stop ahead.
Will I be race ready in 40 minutes? Don't know. But I do think I'm going to lower it from 1080p on the stream to 720. I'm worried about frames. Lost about 30 frames just with this number of cars on the track, which isn't many. Cold tires, cold tires, cold tires. Understeer with the cold tires. That feels like garbage in the cold tires. Garbage. Quality looks okay now. Yeah, thanks, Cam. I appreciate that. I've got it set for 1080, and I feel like the computer should be able to run it. But what I'm worried about is on track right now, there just aren't that many cars. No cars in my field of view right now, and I'm still taking about a 30 frame hit. And so I'm worried about when there's 45 cars on track, how does it look, you know? So I might proactively bring it down to 720p just to see how that performs, and if it's like really good, then I'll bring it back up. The old conservative strategy, you know? If I'm going to race, I've got to get into reliable 44s. Got to get into reliable 44s. IMSA is too competitive to come in way off the pace. And if I end up chickening out, I'll go to some TCR. Of course, I haven't practiced that yet either, but I typically get up to speed pretty quickly in TCR. All right, tires coming up to old Temperuni. Time to start pussyfooting and go for it. That's an off track for you. Yeah, baby. Do not like the way the rear end feels there. Of course, maybe if I just brake a little earlier. I'm going to lift and brake a little earlier going in there, see if I get more secure. One thing I've got to change is the location of this tablet. I cannot read the chat unless I take my hand off the wheel. Sound level's okay. Engine, yeah. Well, it's a Ford Mustang, Cam. What do you expect, baby? Freedom drowns things out sometimes. All right, I gotta focus on some laps. See if we can't get serious. Find some speeds, some speedo. Not there either, huh? On cold tires, this setup is, and by cold tires I mean 3 laps worth. This setup is just understeery as hell. GTP coming up. Let's lift a little earlier this time. Definitely felt safer. I fear that it's too slow. Maybe a couple more laps figuring it out here. Well, we'll see if I'm going to do the race. I've still got about 35, 45 minutes to figure that out. must be a hot-ass track, though. I did a little bit of practice the other day. Not much, but I did a little bit of practice the other day in this thing, and it just didn't feel like this. I must be on a hot track. Does the track temp show the weather thing? 24C, blah, blah, blah. Does it? That's the air temp. I do think I'm still being too timid to the bus stop. But when I've attacked it, I've died. Must find more time. Must find more time. Okay, starting to find a little bit. Little bit. I am tempted to run the Lamborghini for no great reason, just because I like it. But I love this Mustang. It's just my favorite car. I'm typically best in it, regardless of what the narrative car is, the OP car is. I typically am best in the Mustang. I enjoy driving it the most. Can I find some speed? I need to find like a second. That wasn't it. Of course, I suppose some of these guys that set these times might have been on qualifying fuel, and I think this is just a hot session too. But still, I don't think that apologizes away how slow I think I am right now. sluggish. Well, some of it's missing that apex. I feel like I'm somehow overdriving the corners kind of consistently here. Even though I feel like I'm underdriving, I'm missing apexes. There's something going on there with me right now. I'm just not confident in my inputs yet.
New fast flat for you.
Alright, let's just get to the 44s. If we can do that, we'll be semi-happy. And then what I'll do is I'll see if I can't get the chat up on screen somehow, so I can overcome this whole visibility problem I've got. Although relocating the tablet up higher shouldn't be too hard. I'm just not going to do that in the next few minutes. Yeah, did something different there. Let's try that again. I found a little bit of time, but then I screwed up the carousel a bit, it looks like. You may be wondering, why aren't you in the Aston? Well, number one, I don't own it. I've sort of refused to buy it. Not because it's a bad car, not because I don't think it's cool or whatever. I just have so many freaking GT3s that I'm just not going to buy another one for right now, unless I absolutely have to. And also, it's the whole OP narrative. If it's here, I'll be tempted to run it, and I always like to run against the narrative. Does that help me win races? Nope. But I'd rather provide a little spice and variety in the race. Tires. I have not gotten in the 44s yet. That's a problem. But I think this is just a spicy track. I think it's just hot. No, I need to go to 5th and then late shift back down to 4th. Trying with different gearing and lines and braking points going into the bus stop, because I'm sure that's where the time's hiding. At least half the time is hiding. This lap, I think my focus is just going to be nailing this next right-hander. Back off on the brakes solidly at the 2, and then watch the green. No, not as much as I'd like to see, but some. Helps set this corner up if you get that last one better. So yeah, we're up a 10th. Okay. Now here, don't go wide. There we go. And here, don't hit the wall. There we go. Okay. Found some time there. Not quite in the 44s, 45 flat basically, but an improvement. Well, I told myself if I get in the 44s, I'll run the race. So I'm going to make a couple of tweaks to the way the stream's working. And then I think I'll go ahead and sign up. So the stream might go offline for a minute or so here in just a little bit when I park, because I think I'm going to downgrade it to 720p. Just to be conservative, when this thing gets populated with 50 cars in it, just to be conservative with frame rates, stutters, and all that jazz. I think the new computer is badass enough to run 1080p, but you know, I'd rather sort of prove it a little bit less. I might also mess with sound settings just a little bit and turn down iRacing to some degree. Or maybe I'll change the in-game audio to use one of the muffled ones. I think I've actually got helmet on right now, or earplugs on right now, but let me play with those too. So that way the narration works better. Cam was saying that my voice was being drowned out by the car, and given that I typically drive naturally aspirated V8s in iRacing, if that's happening, then it'll just keep happening. How does it look now, chat? How does it sound now? Everything okay? Any stutters? Any problems? Any complaints outside of just me not being good looking enough? Have not gotten consistent through the bus stop yet. But I am slowly starting to find some speed. I feel slow today. I'm going to look at what the temperature is in this racetrack, because I feel slow as hell. And I can't blame myself. I've got to blame something external to me. Like, that's just the rules. Do one more lap, and then I'll practice pit in. Hopefully the next practice session is way more populated when I sign up for the race. No, I'll go ahead and pit it. I'll go ahead and get this lap time. I want to see the 44. I want to manifest it in reality. If I don't see a 44, then I don't feel worthy of running the race. So even if it is a 44.9, it's a 44. Okay, 44.6. So some of that's low fuel. So I get it, I'm cheating. I am making crap up. At least I don't feel so wickedly slow with that time. And I still don't feel like I've nailed this bus stop. There's probably a quarter-second hiding for me here. Dab a brake there, trail it in. Didn't get the same rotation I did that last lap though there. Well, hello, clouds. Jeez. That got biblical. Another thing right there, I don't think I'm using all the track. I need to focus more using all the track in that left-hander on the way in. Getting my left wheels, getting on that right-hander, getting all my left wheels all the way over. I don't think I'm doing it right tonight. Okay, let's go ahead and pit in here. All right, let's adjust a couple things, boys. How does it look, chat? Let me know.
10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Let's take a look real fast at the settings. Where's that at? Oh, earplugs. Yeah, I've got earplugs in.
That's it, go.
How does close face helmet sound? Ooh. That just kills it, though. I don't think I like that. I mean, it sounds kind of cool, but I don't know if it's what I want to hear for the whole race. I mean, maybe an endurance race. Go back to settings, back to audio, change that back to earplugs. And then what I think I'll do is just bring it down in OBS a little bit more. The ambient sounds, maybe there. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. That's probably okay right there. That's probably okay. Now, is there anything I could do with this tablet to make it more legible? Possible to put chat on the left, maybe? No, the chat must be on the right. Now, what if I do this vertically? No, that'll be in the way of my knee and farther down to read, so that doesn't work. Yeah. All right. Well, then let's. If that's not going to work for us. Oh, shit. I messed this up somehow. Messed up my mount somehow. What if I do this? Does that block anything of importance? It kind of blocks my fuel black box and where I've got it right now. Am I happy with that? Am I okay with that? If I just move it, maybe put it up top over here. Doing over there, buddy? Doing some spinny spinny? Okay. With that then, let's real quickly exit out. Oh, hi, Cat. Are you really going to come mess with me just as I'm registering for the race? Appreciate it. Okay, so let's go ahead and register for the race and hopefully get into some real traffic. And if I feel okay in the real traffic, then I will actually, ooh, 137, my goodness. Then I will run this Mamma Jamma. Let's get registered and let's go. What are you doing? If you get up on the computer, that's fine. Just don't step on the damn power button. You crazy kitty. There we go. There we go. Here, you can lay down there. That's the flight rig. You can lay down. Oh my God. It's doing cat things. Come on, load. Should I change from 1080p to 720p? Well, hopefully there's a lot of cars here. We get a feel for the. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Can I? Live chat. What are you barking at, computer? Pop out chat. But I can't have that above. So the question is here, Can I get the chat to reliably be on the screen in OBS? Never really messed with it. Oh, here we go. You just close the lockable window. Okay. Play URL, blah, 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 blah. Text scene. I believe this would be a URL. To chat. Okay. Pull this in. V. Da 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 da. Custom CSS. Okay. That's there. Now, if I bring this down like so, maybe, and then I need to probably find the right CSS to be able to do this stuff properly, huh? Yeah. Okay. So that way it's not in my way. I won't see it. No, I'm going to eliminate that for now. I might mess with that later on. At least I know now that I can sort of do that, but I'll probably do a little bit of research and try to get the chat properly on the screen. Yeah, I'll try to get the chat properly on the screen later. In the meantime, I'll struggle through with the tablet here. I'll muscle my way through. 169 drivers. Still not a lot of them on this track. Right setup. Correct setup is correct. Before I start driving, just real fast, turn off the sound system. I've had issues where I'll trip the breaker in this room because I've got too much equipment drawing too many amps, and so I find that turning off my home theater system there makes a pretty good difference. Excuse me. Okay, shall we? If nothing else, this will be good. GTP avoidance traffic. God, it's absolutely garbage leaving the pits there on fresh tires. I forgot to check the temperature in that other session, didn't I? Because like this one feels faster already, even on the brand new crappy tires. Well, let's see what kind of time we can find here before the race starts. I still just feel slow today. I don't know why. Crazy slow. Well, Watkins Glen's a popular track though in this series. Every split seems to have 3 figures signed up. More than 100 people. Go, Caddy, go. Go, Caddy, go.
Car 6, just set the fastest lap. 45.337.
That's my initial target. So I know that that's not fast enough. Gives me a first target to go after. That first 2.5 to 3 laps on tires is just not good. Not sure why the braking is feeling so buttery today, and not in a good way. Not buttery smooth. I mean like slushy. Not good today. I don't know if that's just me or the setup or what. This is the VRS setup, which I typically find pretty good. Maybe it's on soft pads, maybe I'm used to mediums, I don't know. I just throw those VRS setups on and I just go. I don't really investigate them. But in the past, when I have paid attention to brake pads, I have found myself preferring mediums, not softs. Hey, I'm fastest. By 2/10 there, but nothing to speak of at a 45. Where's that guy going?
Go right.
Definitely a cooler session here. That last session must have been scorching hot.
Car stop on the left. Go right.
Sorry about that.
He's sorry.
Wasn't sure.
Third gear through there feels pretty good.
Interesting to talk
I'm just not using all that track. I need to
I'm top behind the keyboard.
be smarter and exit there, or an entrance there.
You can tell interesting stuff.
Use more of the track. A lot more cars on track now. FPS is looking okay. How's the stream out there? If you could please pop in the chat, let me know whether it's stuttering or looking grainy or whatever. It's a test stream as much as it is a race tonight, so would appreciate any feedback you got as to the quality. Chat, go away. Yeah, I'm just not doing the bus stop very well tonight at all. Gotta figure that out.
35. Just left the park the flat. 44.85. Go left.
Hold still. So what did he do? Oh, we both had 44.8s. Okay. That looked to be an improvement there.
Car stopped ahead.
No, there isn't, crew chief. What you talking about? Car stopped ahead. Okay, nice and smooth there. Did a good exit. Oh man, a cooler track makes all the difference. It felt like garbage on that hot track. Way better here.
New park flat for you.
Kind of missed the apex there though. 44.4. Picking up some speed though. Cooler track helps. Cooler track helps. I guess I'm thankful that I got to do some hot track practice too. I kind of know how both of them feel. Oh my god. Saved it like 9 times until I didn't. Saved it until I didn't save it. It's okay, that's why we do practice. I'm still trying to figure out my bus stop right now.
Right side. Clear.
Still trying to figure out my bus stop. Not sure if I need to go up to 6th and then bang bang down. Well, I guess effectively what I haven't figured out yet is whether it's best in 4th or in 3rd. But the way that you hit that first curb sets up so much, and I have not found my consistent line through there yet. So I have this terrible fear that I am going to die there in the race of my own doing. Just because if there's one place where you need to be consistent on this track to get your lap time, it is in that damn bus stop, the entrance specifically to that bus stop. And that is where I feel the least consistent right now on the track.
Car right. Clear on the right.
All right, let's try to lay a good one down here. We had our spin, we know what it feels like. Keep it in 3rd. Brunt out with torque.
You got it, toy car on the right.
Use all that curbing.
Car 11. Just set the fastest lap. 43.765.
Ooh, that's fast. That's quick. My best is not that. Keep it in 4th. My best is a 44.4. I think I am going to move the relative back down to the bottom left, bottom right. I'm playing around with it being up top right, top left, and I don't think I like it. Feels too far out of the way to look at. Being down in the bottom, it feels more like a dashboard, you know. I think I'm going to adjust that. 44.4. What's that make me? Best, 4th best right now in here. Okay, that was obviously faster through there, but boy was it uncomfortable launching the nose like that.
You got it, toy car on the right.
It's not nice. He's going as fast as he can.
You
Yeah.
got it, toy car on the right.
Oh,
Go
race
left.
time. Well, ready or not, here we come. We must race. Wish me luck, boys. While I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead, go into Race Labs, and adjust. There ought to be about right, and I'll refine it when I get in the car. I will spend some time later, maybe after the race, messing around with the stream overlay versus the on-screen overlay for me, because I do have standing set up, but only on my other monitor. I don't want it taking up that much monitor space when I'm actively driving. So I'll mess with that later. We have not dropped any frames yet. That's good. Okay. All right. Stream seems okay. I'm gambling by having it at 1080p here, but see how it goes. Put our quality set on. How does that look? Let's move it a bit more. I need to have it a little bit high on the screen because I've got a button box over here that sort of obscures a little bit of the screen, and so I need to set it up a little bit. So now maybe that doesn't look great, but that's what we're gonna do. See what this quality set feels like, because of course I didn't practice it. Of course I didn't. Car number 44. Strength of field is almost 3,800 in GT3. This might be a bit of the old struggle bus for your boy Ben here. Not even sure I want to qualify, actually. Yeah, I will. I will. I'll go ahead and qualify. Have a little bit of faith in myself. I don't know if this is top split or second split, but it's a son of a split. Invisible glass cleaner, stonercarcare.com. Let's go. Try to warm them up a little bit here. Still not so sure about my line through that stupid bus stop. Man, I hope I don't screw that up in the race. 'Cause I've got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a bad night. Just hoping to do well here. How many cars are there in class? 17? We can get like a top 8 or so. Probably be pretty happy. I need to look at some iRatings. I think that I might be low man on the totem pole here, iRating wise. So it's to some degree just going to be surviving messes. Maybe not so much attacking guys. And I haven't really looked yet, but I bet you it's an Aston Martin fest out there. All right, let's lay down a heater if we can.
Green, green, green. Okay, here comes your first time lap.
The old cold tires second gear maneuver. When they warm up, you don't really need second there in turn 1. third carries pretty nicely, but there's just not enough front grip
You have about 2
on that
laps of
first
fuel
lap.
left.
God, it's still just so uncomfortable. I have not found my bus stop yet. The few laps I did in the Lamborghini were honestly a little bit more comfortable than the Mustang, which is weird for me because as much as I love the Lambo, I always feel a little bit on edge in it, with really just about any mid-engine car. But here in the Mustang, I feel more on edge, less secure. Cold tires always feel so unnatural.
1 more lap.
All right. I'm sure it's nothing special, barely even worth looking at. .44.6. See if we can get that down to a 44 even this lap. Pretty cool session, I think. A lot of cloud cover.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
That was pretty good-ish. Good pick up the second lap so far. No mistakes. Turn in a good one, maybe. And I don't think it's going to be good enough for anything spectacular in this crowd, but good for me. Don't get the off track. Don't get the off track. Okay, good. Not very fast, but good. Clean. Also not very fast, but clean. All right, gave me a 43.
All right, there's checkered flag.
That gave me a 43. So it's at P13 out of 17 right now. So what do we see? Yeah, I do believe I have the lowest I rating in the class. Looks like it. Okay. That just means I've got a lot to gain. That means I've got a lot of potential to pick up I rating today. All I got to do is sort of keep my nose clean and finish in the top half. That is my plan, man. Watkins R1 apply. That is my plan, man. Wish me luck, chat. Let's see what we got. Got a minute 22. I do want to do something real fast while I'm waiting on that. Boink. There. What I want to do is IMSA Mustang GT3. Save. Oh, I never. There we go. Better, better, better. All right. 30 seconds. Man, I forgot to grab a water. That's okay. It's not like I'm going to breathe for the next 45 minutes. Race setup is on. That's good. Button box is ready. Wheel is in. Controls are set. Everything looks set. Just hoping the stream doesn't kill my frames. Please let me know in the chat if during the race, if the stream starts freezing or downgrading or whatever. Right, I'm trying to do this at 1080, and I don't know yet. It's a complete experiment, so I don't know yet if it's going to be able to handle 1080 with what 17, 13. That's 40 or 30, 17. That's 47 cars on track. I'm not sure how well it's going to do. So looking to you for feedback on that, please, dear audience. And that can be after the fact as well. If you don't say it in the chat, anyone watching this down the road, anyone silly enough to be doing so, I appreciate the feedback. All right, how many not Mustangs or how many not Astons do we have in here? There's a Merc in P2. There's a Merc in P12. There's a Vet behind me here. So not a lot, but definitely an Aston Fest. Looks like the Merc's probably okay. I've probably only got to gain 4 positions or so, and I'll be in positive iRating. So just hoping for number one, I guess. I hope to be competitive and be able to pass guys. Say that. That was a BMW. Hope to be competitive and pass guys, of course. But realistically, I hope to survive their crashes when they happen and not get run over by GTPs. If I live that, if I finish 8th or 9th, I'll probably make iRating and be okay. Tough split for me, for little old me.
Cars left to grid.
One of the things I'm worried about is these fast guys behind me, like Zach behind me at 5.3K in the OP car. Like, he's just going to monster me. And so I hope that I'm picking up the pieces as people die in front of me. But I'm just as much hoping that I'm not just falling through the field because dudes behind are faster, especially with how slow I feel today. I just do not feel on pace today at all. And I don't know why. I've been feeling pretty fast lately. But today I feel like poo-poo. I feel like poo-poo today. Uncompetitive. Bad. Okay. Thanks, Spotter. Appreciate it. You want me to catch some cars. Oh, I'm nervous. Nervous gridding up. I think I'm the only Mustang in the crowd.
Catch 22 car, catch 26 car, catch 31 car, catch 25 car. Catch 25 car. Catch 25 car.
Nervous, nervous, nervous already. It's okay. We're just gonna go out and have some fun. Try to run a good race. I'm so thirsty though.
25 car.
Like I feel like I'm gonna be thinking about water this whole race because I'm so thirsty. But like I say, it's not like you get time to actually drink water during an IMSA race. We're not already starting, are we? Boys? We get to too much eye weaving and people forget that.
Get ready, going green.
I think we're already going. Jeez.
Time to do your job.
No, we're not.
Green, green, green.
Alright, settle in. Not make any stupid mistakes. Job number one. Don't beat
Queuing up
yourself.
now to get us to the finish.
Feel like I'm gonna have to make a move on this Aston. Survive first. Attack later. The 4K driver, he can't be that bad, right? Don't know why he got that sluggish start, but he can't be bad. He's 4K. So just show him you're not an idiot. Drive smooth behind him. Don't be an asshole. Yeah, see, Steven's picking up now. I got more to worry about behind me than I do in front of me at the moment. But I do feel like Steven's a little off. I don't know how he feels. Drive smooth, drive easy. Turn off tires. Mr. 5K's behind now. Maybe if he comes through, maybe I can use him, go with him. It's 2x for a guy right there.
Car on your left. Still there, hold your line. Clear.
God, I can't believe he did that.
Car right. Stay on the left. Car stop on the right. Go left. Still there. Clear.
Oh my goodness. Wow. That was disgusting. So glad I held my line the way that I did. That rejoin was pretty pathetic. And Mr. 5K, like, could have avoided that. He needed to back out and jump in behind me.
The car in P1 just set the fastest lap. 42.484.
I think Steven's just running a ton of wing is what's going on with his car. Man, that was scary. But we're still going. We survived. I think we have 5x. Gained a spot there, but we're under threat from behind again. So is lacking a bit of speed for this race, I think. A little bit outmatched, but I think that over the course of the race, I'm going to be able to beat Steven. Just not sure if I can hold these guys behind. Oh, geez, 9x. Means I must have gotten 2 4x's. Must have gotten one during that melee.
Car on your left. Clear. Faster traffic approaching.
Well, GTP time. Hopefully that can create some opportunities for me. Car got loose there.
Left side. Clear on the left. Right side.
Messed that up.
Clear on the right.
I messed that up.
Traffic approaching. Car right. Still there. Clear on the right.
It's probably going to cost me right there. I think he's going to get me into one.
Car right. Clear. Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Ooh, that was sketchy.
Car on your left. Group of faster cars approaching. Clear. Car right. You're on the left. 3 wide. Car right. 2 wide. Stay on the left. Clear. Left side. Clear.
Man, it's always sketchy letting the traffic by here. And it's fun, don't get me wrong. I think maybe nowhere is more fun than the Glen and multi-class. But geez, it is heart racing, pounding, crazy time fun. It is not relaxing, we'll say it that way. My wife's always like, why do you do that? You get so intense. I don't know. Maybe because I get so intense.
The leader is running 43.387. Faster
Come back here,
approaching.
Steven. Come back. God, I think I can get this guy in front of me.
Car right. Clear on the right.
The question is, can I hold this guy off behind me? And can I not run out of incident points? Jesus. That early shenaniganry, that first couple of laps, really messed with me on my incidents.
Left side. Still there. Keep to the right. Clear on the left. Car on your left. Clear.
Oh, that's his. Oh, I thought it was his. Oh, I thought he had that. Auto fuel is on with 1 extra lap set. Good. Eight laps to go on fuel.
Car on your left. Keep to the right. Stay on the right. Clear on the left. Left side. Stay on the right. Clear.
I'm going to let him go here. I think he's faster than I am. And I'll see if I can just hang with him and we'll both get around Ryan up there. I hate doing that because I think every position is going to matter here without a bunch more attrition. Woof.
Right
Man, that
side.
Corvette was all out of the picture.
Clear on the right. Car right. Stay on the left. Clear on the right. You're losing on the car in front.
No!
1.4.
11x. That is just not good, man. See if we can run away from this dude again. I don't think I can catch up to Ryan necessarily the way he was hounding me. I just think he's faster. But we'll see. Maybe I have a better pit stop than these guys. Maybe I do better in traffic than these guys. Maybe I'm just a little bit faster in the long run. We'll see. Do our best. That whole time, though, I knew that that black Aston was going to eventually have a problem. Steven, like, I mean, he was just seemed to be struggling from moment one.
You got it. Slow car on the right. Car stop on the right.
What have we here?
Left.
Oh, not for position. Silly, silly prototype.
Get set to fastest lap of the session.
Ugh. I was worried about an off track. I babied it through there.
Faster car coming up quick.
Okay, that was good for me.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 1 second. Left side. Stay on the right. Clear.
That was bad for me.
Right side.
It's harder to
Clear.
let the GT
Faster
the
traffic approaching.
LMP2s by than the GTPs because they're so much closer on speed. It's just harder to time the runs
Car
and
right.
the lifts, and the little compromises you got to do.
Clear.
Because while they have so much more corner speed, their straight line speed is just not that dramatically different.
Left side. Clear on the left.
No, I got some understeer there. So that was arrow. And now I'm at 12. I'm going to freaking DQ in this race. Got 14 laps,
Got about
5
litres of
incidents.
fuel.
It's okay. I've done that before. I've had super clean runs before. When in foul trouble, you know? Hopefully I can do it this time. I just can't believe I got to 9 in like 3 laps or whatever it was. That's crazy. Neither of them my fault. At least I've started to figure out my bus stop. Came into the race totally uncomfortable in the bus stop, and now I'm feeling all right. Not amazing, but all right. So that's what it's like to take that corner unimpeded.
Faster traffic approaching.
I'll get screwed here.
Right side. Clear on the right.
Maybe not. Okay, timed that all right. Both of us did.
Faster traffic approaching. You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 1.4
Yeah, he got hosed there.
seconds.
Let's see if I can get less hosed. If I can just place them better.
Car right. Stay on the left. Still there, hold your line. Faster car coming up quick.
Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go.
Still there. Keep to the left. Clear on the right.
Okay. I still came out a little bit ahead there. But it wasn't perfect. I could have timed that last corner better.
The leader
Oh!
consider
Corvette around.
42.241. There's an incident behind.
Alright, no more pressure from behind then. Now, can I do better? Can I just run some good laps, get lucky with some accidents up there, and do a better pit stop? And, you know, not have any more incidents. No more X's. I think I'll go ahead and take my pit stop this time around. See if I can't skip some of the GTP traffic. Play that to my advantage, hopefully. Make sure tires are unchecked.
Faster car coming up quick. Pit box in 2, 1.
Whoa!
Right here.
Holy crap. There's my pit stall. Hopefully I don't hit the wall on the way out.
We're done. Get going.
Okay, good. Man, I almost drove right by that. Aston's still sitting there. Aston's still sitting there. And he's rolling. Crap. I did not get a good pit entry at all.
Car right. Clear on the right.
I was on the limiter too early. I was in the wrong gear. I mean, I feel like I didn't lose any time coming into the box, but I definitely lost time getting into pit lane.
traffic approaching. Right side. Clear. Faster traffic approaching. The lead is fitting now. Left side. Stay on the right. Clear on the
Thanks
left.
for that. Thanks for that patience, Chad. I think at this point I'm just hoping for attrition up ahead. I mean, I think I'll get one more back, maybe two in the pit sequence, but I just lack the raw speed to catch and pass here. Nor do I have the bravery with the incident situation I'm in. Two of them in the pits, that gets me back to 12th.
The car behind is pitting.
Twelfth is probably where I'll finish if I don't benefit from any attrition problems up there.
Faster traffic approaching.
I knew you were going to do it late.
Clear.
In fairness, that's the only time it's happened to me all race.
The lead is fitting now.
He'll be out before I get there. Whew. What's up out there in the chat? You missed some of the fun stuff earlier if you're just joining. I hope the stream is looking okay. This is the first time I've streamed in quite some time, so not sure how things look. I was debating whether to go 720p or 1080 with this many cars on track. I'll say that in the car, it's felt fine. I haven't seen any weird issues graphically or performance-wise. I haven't really been paying much attention to my frame rates, but that's just because it seemed okay. That was sloppy. But I found myself in a pretty tough split where I'm just not as competitive as I need to be. And also I got rear-ended twice in the early goings, gave me almost an immediate 9x. That 9x, put me on the defensive where, I've gotten some natural 1x's in the last couple of corners and on the exit of turn 1. Some the natural 1x's you typically get here. And that's got me at, I think, 13x, something like that. So right now I'm just hoping for some attrition. I'd love to get a top 10, but I don't have the pace for it. Gonna need to do some more practice before the Broken Wing race on Sunday. Probably do a couple more of these, but I hate to just give iRating away at the altar of IMSA, you know? Missed that apex. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look out the right window, roughly 3 meters that away, is the apex.
Car 22 has taken the lead.
Nobody in the pits. Bummer. Front tires are feeling kind of squishy. 18 laps. Still got 6 to go. My goodness. Bro's only 4 seconds behind. Guy in front has run away from me, so I'm just sort of solo for the moment. But there's still plenty of prototype traffic out there to make things interesting before the end of this race. And that might create opportunities of attrition. Or, you know, just make someone spin and that way they come into my clutches, my evil clutches. Some of the time that I've lost today has been avoiding spins. I was battling with the dude that's currently right ahead of me. I was battling with him, and the guy that was directly in front of us lost it coming out of the boot. And when he spun, I mean, did a good job of locking it down, and he couldn't control where he ended up. But he ended up just right on the racing line, completely perpendicular to the track, and we both had to basically come to a full stop to get around him. Which, I mean, we probably lost 5 or 6 seconds. Maybe not that much. I don't know. We lost some time there. Both of us did. Got us detached from everybody ahead. And then I just didn't do as good a job in practice or at pit entry with the dude ahead of me, and so he was able to separate from me. So, been in battles most of the race, but that changed late because your boy's incompetent. Having fun, but incompetent. Just hate that I'm going to give away 13 iRating. Man, I worked hard for those iRating. Probably go mess around on TCR after this. If I can get up to speed real quickly, I'll do a TCR race too on the same stream. Missed the line there. It's so easy to do. I don't think this car is bad over the over the bumps there, but it's not great. And if you get it a little bit wrong, you got to be super ginger.
Faster car coming up quick. Car right. Clear on the right.
God, why did I miss that? I planned ahead and everything. Just failed to execute. I don't know why I feel so off tonight, but I just feel slow and sloppy tonight in this car. Just strange. Lately, I've just been feeling good. Like, I've been feeling sporty. And tonight, I do not. Might be that the track's heating up a little bit. That's possible. Session I was in earlier, the practice session was really hot, but it was late in the session, and I wonder if that's what's going on, is that these sessions are just getting hotter as they go along, because it started under pretty significant cloud cover.
Things are looking good.
Are they, though? Are they? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Faster car coming up quick. Car on your left. Clear on the left.
That's what I meant to do last time. Why didn't I? It was way better.
Faster traffic approaching.
That was way better. Let me know out there in Streamland, in the chat, and in the comments how the stream looks. This is my first time streaming in some time. I've rebuilt, upgraded a lot of the computer stuff since then. So just want to make sure everything that I've set up is looking okay. Wasn't sure if the 1080p would survive in an IMSA race at the Glen, given how many cars are here. Something like 47 cars here, I think. So I wasn't sure, but I haven't observed any real problems. I think I'm about 20 to 30 frames down from what I normally am when I'm not streaming. But everything has felt pretty smooth and comfortable for me. So let me know how it looks for you, if it's dropping frames or if it's you know, jittery or whatever. Sure, buddy. Go for it. It was marginal. I did not have to let him do that, but I don't want those final few incidents, you know? My excellent safety rating is under threat here.
Car right. Clear on the right.
4.6 seconds back, okay. So yeah, this is where I'll finish unless there's any very late attrition, I guess. Myself included.
Faster traffic approaching. Car on your left. Clear on the left.
4 more laps. How am I doing on fuel? Yeah, I'm okay.
Right side. Clear on the right. Faster traffic approaching.
I'll say that the traffic has been pretty good in this race. One of the guys I was fighting with was getting the bum end of it for a couple laps there. I was getting lucky he wasn't. But, I mean, they were inconvenient for him, but they weren't unclean for him. Somebody's a moron, though, as it turns out.
Side. Still there. Clear on the left.
That sucked. But that's life. Sometimes you get stuck on the outside.
You got about 5 laps of fuel left.
Got about 5 laps of fuel left. That's my absolute best Australian accent. What do you think? So the other element of this race is that I think I am the only Mustang in it, for what it's worth. It's Aston Martin Central up in here. Sudden understeer problems.
Group of faster cars approaching.
Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me.
Car on your left. Clear.
Self-preservation there.
Wow.
Faster car coming up quick.
The stream's still running, boys? I just pulled it up on my tablet over here and it looks like just a blank screen. So I fear that something has gone awry. Look back at it in a minute. Might have died.
The leader just did a 43.378. Faster car coming up quick. Car on your left, clear.
Yeah, it's still up. Okay. Tablet problems, not stream problems. That wasn't white flag. It's okay. Hey, maybe somebody's gonna run out of fuel. Somebody, not me, please. I'm comfortable with my fuel. I've got 2 laps left. I haven't gone fast enough to lose any fuel, to burn my fuel.
Faster car coming up quick. You have about 2 laps of fuel left. Car right. Keep to the left.
Don't touch me.
Stay on the left. Clear on the right. You just got the white flag. That means 1 more lap to go.
Okay. White flag, 1.7 left in fuel. We're okay.
Faster traffic approaching. Right side. Clear.
Now let's see if we get lucky and someone runs out of fuel. Or gets DQ'd in the last lap or something.
Faster traffic approaching. You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
What are you doing? Don't be unpredictable and weird in the last couple of corners and put yourself under threat where this guy's going to come in 8th and like go crazy.
Car right. Still there, hold the
Okay.
line. Clear on the right. Car stop on the right. Go left. Car stop on the right.
Okay. Could have been better. Could have been worse. Could have been better.
Bring it
Could
back
have
to the
been
pits.
worse.
We're going.
Would have liked to have gotten another couple spots. Let's watch that early shenaniganry real fast. Because that was a little bit crazy, man. A little bit crazy. My car number was 44. Yeah, the start was all over the place, first off. Let's see here. Far chase. This black Aston, I had been chasing him down. I was a little bit faster than him, but just never quite got positioned. He defended me pretty well a couple times going through the bus stop. And there was this guy right behind me who was making headway. This is the guy right behind me is the one that ended up finishing directly ahead of me. So where's that one bit at here? Where I let him by. Or is this guy I let by? Oh no, this is the guy that dies. Dies hard. Yeah, watch this. Watch this. So I push him right, and I'm holding left, and I'm going to let off into the next corner and stuff. But look, this dude's dead. And then, oh no! Let's watch that from his perspective. That's so sad. Oh man, this is terrible. Cockpit. Makes a good move there. Can't complain with that. Oh, that's brutal. That is brutal, man. I feel your pain. I feel it, feel it, feel it deep in my bones. And then the other thing that happened that was crazy was this dude and I, this guy spins right in front of us. So let's find that real fast. Still there, still there, not there anymore. So it ought to be right about here. By this point, we had dropped that Corvette, like he was gone. And then come around the corner. See him losing the rear a little bit there. He gets it gathered and then loses it again. Locks it down, does a good job. But then he's just right there, you know, and had to slow way the hell down. Both of us did, and then they brought the Corvette back into the mix, and things got hairy. So anyway, that was fun. That was a fun race. I hope the stream was good. Let me look and see if we've got any packet drops here on the OBS. Let's see here. 0.7. Yeah, it looks like no drop frames. Yeah, it looks okay then. Cool and the gang. Everything looking okay to you guys out there? Got like a dozen or so of viewers at the moment, so that's nice. That's nice. Wah, wah, wah. Top split. I always get killed when I'm in top split, man. 3,900, 3,800 strength of field, something like that. That was brutal. All right, let's look at TCR real fast. Maybe we'll do a few laps in that. See how that's feeling. Give me my Audi, Audi, Audi. Where's everybody? Just do some practice laps in TCR, I think. Go get, well, actually, I bet you Brahms probably already stupid here or what? The hell's the Audi? Oh, there it is. RS3. I was looking for the words TCR, letters TCR. Where's this at? Summit Point. Sometimes Brom will grab them. Bom, bom, ba, bom. Do, 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 do. Let's see how this feels. It won't feel anything like the Mustang we were just driving for sure. It always takes a minute to reacclimate, but I've been enjoying my TCR fun this season. Been enjoying it. Let's get a feel for this thing. Let me get a T in the chat. Let me get a C in the chat. Let me get a R in the chat. Had some really fun races in TCR. And most people run the Honda or the not the Sonata. What's it called? The Veloster. And I am stubbornly sticking with my Audi TCR only because it's the least popular. Although I will say I've started to see more, and I think maybe the Elantra is becoming less popular. But I enjoy the front-wheel drive stuff. I ran some Kia races last season in the Global Challenge, and I've run I think all of the TCR races so far this season. I think all, and I've won a couple as well, which always feels nice. And I'll say that there's a skill level spread here for sure. So if that IMSA race was highly competitive, you know, these things are competitive at the top, right? Like there's typically one or two or three really fast dudes, and then me just a bit off the fast dudes, and then a whole bunch of really slow guys, which is fine. I think everyone gets good racing. It's like sometimes there's not enough people in that upper mid range, and I end up just driving alone. But like I say, I've won a couple of these. I finished top 5, top 2 in quite a few of them. A lot of podiums. Gained some iRating in this series, to be sure. And I've just had a lot of fun with it. The 2-hour endurance races in these things with the GT4 cars and multi-class is a lot of fun too. Ran the Roar in this car. I think I finished 4th in the Roar, which is cool. By, man, less than a second. It was about a car length. The Honda that I'd been battling for a couple laps before, he was ahead of me. And I timed my bus stop run properly and got around him and just managed to pass him coming to the line. But he had a fender on my quarter panel, you know, so had he been a dirty dog, he could have put me in the wall pretty easily. But he was clean. It was a good race.
You just hit the fastest lap.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good or not. Why did I have to be top split IMSA? I should have been second split IMSA. Ah, well. Could have been way worse than, like, what was it, 13 iRating out? Could have been worse. Turn on our delta bar here real fast. Go find our speed. I'll keep an eye out, and if this goes official in a bit, I might run it as well as part of that same stream, but otherwise, maybe watch for tomorrow. I'll probably start streaming again pretty regularly. It's been a while, and the other element of it is I'm starting in some new leagues I'm kind of excited about. So I've been doing the Saturday Night Racing League for a long time, and I'll be running Challenger full-time there, and some of the Cup as well, probably. That's Saturday nights, obviously, Saturday Night Racing League. Don't know what the cars are going to be yet. Haven't seen the schedule yet, but that should be coming out really soon. And as you know, if you've watched my channel in the past, or if you know that league, you know that that is a NASCAR league, so mostly oval, but some road. I've gotten a lot better at oval lately. Been working on it, and so I've been more competitive there as of late. And I have this feeling that I'm going to break through and get my first SNR win this season. And then there's another league, another oval league that I'm kind of excited about. One of the SNR guys, Justin, invited me to. So thanks, Justin Ritchie, if you're watching. But Justin invited me to it, where it's next gen cars, and it basically mirrors the year-long real world NASCAR series. It's called Racing Revolution. And so it's a Cup series, like I said, the modern Cup cars, next gens, and I'll be running that on Wednesday nights, and so I intend to stream those as well.
You just hit the fastest lap.
And then, in hopes of getting just better at GT3, like you just saw me struggling a bit in GT3, right? I've been working on my overall driving ability, and so that's why you see me jumping into a TCR car or into the Cadillac CTS-V or GT4 cars. Like, you'll see variety if you're watching here. Some, I think. I don't know. I won't stream everything I do. But you'll see some variety. And that's because the last time I had a pretty good I rating, 36, 37, 3800 I rating, I was a specialist. I only ran the Audi 90 GTO pretty much. I did very little other stuff. Now I've managed to gain about 800 I rating in the last 6 months or so, but while driving a wide variety of cars. And so I feel like I've gotten a lot better, but I'm still sort of struggling in GT3s. So I'm trying to take the lesson that I've learned. I think Saturday Night Racing has made me so much of a better oval driver that that I want to try a GT3 league. So I've been dabbling in a league called Broken Wing. There we go. I've been dabbling in a league called Broken Wing that runs on Sunday nights, where I run the GT3 cars. And what makes that interesting is that you have to stick to a car. So I've selected the Mustang over there, and I've been driving the Mustang, and that's why you see me racing the Mustang at Watkins Glen right now, knowing that it's going to struggle a little bit in competition. It's because on Sunday I need to run it in the league, and I want to get good at it between now and then. On the Racing Revolution front, they've done a couple of recruitment races, and I did okay enough in the first one to be given a slot. And there are 2 more recruitment races in the interim last month or so, and I ran both of those. And last night was actually a ton of fun. We ran at Auto Club. I ended up starting, I think, 18th or 17th and finishing 5th. So really happy with that. Felt good in the car. Figured out my line. It took me a while, but I figured out my line, and was able to pass a lot of guys. Some on pace, some because of mistakes they made, but doesn't matter. You finish in front of somebody, you finish in front of somebody. You're better than them that day, which makes me happy. The competitive juices get going. Well, this feels okay. I'm ready to race. But I'm probably going to have to get it on the weekend in a European time slot. Although, weirdly, in this particular series, I see a ton of Argentinians, and I don't know why. Argentina is popular. You know what, it might be that the fixed one is going on right now. Let me jump out and take a look here in a sec. Yeah, I feel race ready already. I'll go look at some results and see if I'm actually up to speed or not. I'm sure there's more I can get. There always is. But what a fun little car, though. I don't know about that early shift to fourth. Gets kind of understeering. I can't hop that the way I want to either. Bouncy, bouncy. Boing. Finish this lap. Let's go look at lap times.
You just hit the fastest lap.
So I'm running 16s, low 16s. Let's go see what lap times need to look like. Doink. Close this, close this. Once I can close. Okay. What was I going to look at? Oh, yeah. The hell's iRacing? There it is. Results. Results. Mauricio is one of those Argentinian guys I was telling you about. 15.7, so a little bit off of him. But like I said, I'm usually a little bit off the super fast guys. But look at that. Right in my best lap. No, I've got a little work to do. Yeah, I've got a little work to do before I try to run that. But then again, some slipstream might have been involved there. It is Summit Point. Slipstream matters. So right now, what's going on? The TCR fixed should be happening right now, I bet you. And people are probably registered or running in that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to wait until 10:45 to run that. All right, is there anything else I want to goof off with on this stream? Let's see. Brands Hatch Rallycross. Doing it. Give myself 20 minutes to get up to speed here. Should be ample. Switch the wheels around so we can do a little drifty. I have very little experience at Brands Hatch Rallycross, so hopefully I can get up to speed relatively quickly. Hopefully some people register for it. I've done this most weeks as well, but last week it was at O'Reilly, and whoa, okay, that doesn't follow down the hill. This I've learned. All right, so where does it go? A lot of dirt. Big dirt session. Big dirt section. I think I only ran this one time, like 4 years ago. I know my way around a lot of the more traditional tracks, the infield roval dirt tracks, you know. Let's see here. Just take it nice and slow. Figure things out. Okay, that's the Joker. Let's not take the Joker for the first few laps and start trying to find a rhythm. Let's see if people start registering. really is a lot of fun. I've really been enjoying getting back into rallycross a bit. It takes a minute though to learn a track. Like I said, I don't think I've been on this track in years. And apparently no one else has either. Look at how empty this joint is.
You've got the fastest lap.
I've got the only lap. That feels slow. I'm going to have to figure that line out. I got to slow down for that late apex there. I have to get better at that too.
You just hit the fastest lap.
I hit that wrong. Well, that was faster, believe it or not. A bit better there. Let's make sure we get down to third this time here, though.
You just hit the fastest lap.
We gotta figure that corner out. I think I'm leaving time on the table right there. Still nobody else registered, though, so what does it matter, huh? Let's take the Joker next time around. Why is nobody here?
You just hit the fastest lap.
Oops. Missed that one up. We'll go ahead and take the Joker, though. Figure that out for a sec. Maybe do that 2 laps in a row. We'll mess around this lap a little bit. Let's try to hit this corner better. Ooh, that was nasty. Ooh, that was better, though. I think that was better. Let's try this Joker. Oh my god. Big bump right there. Okay, what we learned is that you got to slow down a hell of a lot for the Joker because
Wheel damage.
there's a nasty bump leading up to it.
You've got damage on the left side.
Oh yeah, it's debilitating too. Let's try that again, huh, kids? Well, it's so unpredictable right there. I haven't figured that out at all. Let's try this Joker again, but this time we're going to slow down a hell of a lot. Jesus. A roller coaster of a Joker lap. I'm struggling all of a sudden. I feel like I was doing all right. Now, not so much. Struggling. Struggling some more.
You've got wheel damage.
Let's try this Joker again, though. I feel like iRacing has made it so easy to get wheel damage, man. Everything I do gives me wheel damage. That was better. I'll keep an eye out for this, and if it goes official, I'll grab one. Okay, I'm going to call that a day.
We've got big problems with that
We got
engine.
big
I think
problems.
you lost a lot of power.
You
The
think
car is
so?
leaking fluid.
I probably have wheel damage too. Oh man. Boing! Kapla! Booba! Badoo! Man, I hope Dale's okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for coming along for my test stream. I hope everything looked okay. I'll give it a partial watch back myself to make sure everything looks all right. But I appreciate you hanging out. Throw down in the comments or in the chat here if you have any feedback as to the quality of the stream. Of course, my personality is my personality. I'll make bad jokes. I'll drive poorly, etc., etc. Um, but just here to have fun and maybe have something fun to watch back later. So thanks so much for hanging out. We'll see you next time.